Cool off the thing now, man. There's a minute left. Cool off the thing, big man. Like, man. Bro, I don't even, bro, because the thing is, we'll lose to Newcastle in a completely different way, bro. These you lot need to go do your homework again via set pieces again, bro. You man, high off the positive juice. Too much fighting talk, bro. If I had to call Arsenal, if I had above, what was that you who fought Anthony Joshua? Charles Martin. That's how we've moved today, bro. Because I swear to you, when him and Anthony Joshua were fighting, Smith Rowe down this left hand side, fouls eventually been given. When him and AJ were fighting, I swear to you, I thought this Charles Martin you was 30. He was, oh my god, the American accent, he was gassing it. 2-2s, now he's a pussy. That's how we've moved today. Just gas up the thing before the games. As I said, certain man was saying, I ain't won at Spurs, 3 points from Champions League, gonna do this and that. You don't let the occasion get to you. Crazy. All we had to do is not lose. Shout out Spurs. You know, you have to be gracious. Credit to Spurs. You know, I hate praising them and that, but credit to Conte. It's only taken Conte 9 times, but he's finally done it. Fantastic trophy for Spurs beating Arsenal. I have to do a bit of banter, but on a serious note, congratulations to Spurs. They sourced us 3-0. You know, we were talking about how we've got the third most wins this season, form this, that. They beaten us in it. Kane doing what Kane does against us, Son doing what Son does. Got 21 league goals or something now. Shows why he's got that. And you know, as me as an Arsenal fan, fucking hell, why ain't no one buying him and Kane off them? Spurs did their job in it. Clean sheet, 3 goals, well deserved day off tomorrow. Really, well, fact you probably won't get the day off because Sunday it is what it is. No injuries. You know, respectfully, not to gas up Arsenal, but you probably expected their key players to play the 90. Got to hook them all off. Got to take their foot off the gas. For Arsenal, terrible, bro. Terrible. You know, as soon as we went down to 10 men, conceded a second goal. Terrible second goal. First goal to concede via the pen. Cheat, soft or not, it's a pen. 50-50 or not, Saka foul or not, it is a foul. You know, what is said at halftime, I'm not going to blame Mikel Arteta for halftime because he's clearly said the obvious. What are you, man, doing? A minute and 90 seconds into the second half, you've conceded the third. You let the occasion get to you. At the start of the game, sorry, people, 1 second. Sorry, people, I'm still here, of course. Yeah, at the start of the game, I asked for no regrets. No shame in losing to Spurs. I know there is, for the obvious, but you're going to get some quality players and a quality manager. If Kane, that's probably the easiest goals Kane has scored this season. You know, didn't make it difficult for Kane. Stupid defending. Is it a harsh pen here and there? I don't know. I don't even care. For me, as someone who plays Sunday League football and someone that loves football, you can clearly see Cedric has had a look and he's tried to elbow him or doing what he's doing. You can't get away with that. The letter of the law is a pen these days. You know, I tried to change the channel and it's gone back to Spurs. God's not being nice to me. Rob Holding being stupid. Even before that, it was always coming. Go and look at the build-up play. How many times did Holding foul Son? Between Holding and Cedric, didn't do a thing. Let me not lie, didn't pick him up. Let me not lie. Arteta would have been damned if he did, damned if he didn't. But could you have went with a back three? Could Tomiyasu have played against Son? You know, really and truly. Could he have? I don't think the reaction from Mikel Arteta after going down to 10 men was good enough. And them 2 goals were always coming personally. I feel we was only good for 10 minutes. You know, first 10, 15 max. We were passing the ball. We had them in their own half. Other than that, it flipped. Gap started opening. Holding and Cedric. That was the angle. Davidson Sanchez and Emerson for them. Cedric and Holding for us. That was the angle. We've let ourselves down via set pieces again. You know, and specifically, second week in a row, like Leeds, not winning the first header. Of course, Nketiah is playing Holding Kane on side, and maybe he could read the line and step up. But I feel the penalty, the corner was given because Tomiyasu and Ramsdale are not talking. And I'm not going to blame Eddie and he's a striker. He's just, you know how strikers get. He's playing man on side. You can't expect him to be thinking like that. is what it is. The first goal didn't need to happen. Second goal, shambolic. Third goal, credit to Spurs. They came out on the same crud of the first half. Shambolic. The only players above the sub, Smith Rowe, Lacazette, Tavares, 3 of the best players on the pitch by default. Only from the starting players. If your name's not Eddie and Ketty or to a slight degree and Martinelli, you were shit today. I'm not going to turn on a lot of these players, but this is, today you ironically saw with Kulusevski being involved, what signings could do. This is why fans need to calm it down. Let's not be reactionary. Some fans were saying Cedric can be the second choice. Holding probably deserved to start. Don't understand why Ben White didn't come on. If he's on the bench, use him. Probably should have started, Probably should have started him at right back. He's a better right back than Cedric. Cedric out of position. Only time I saw fight from Cedric is when he's giving verbal to the referee. Credit to Spurs. I'm not even angry. Obviously, I am angry that we lost to Spurs. No one wants to lose to their rivals. No one wants to drop points with the top 4. Bragging rights. I'm a North London lad, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to go and hold my bants on Instagram, on Twitter, in the socials. I can see my phone ringing now. But I'm more angry with ourselves. I asked for no regrets. I asked to leave it all there. It weren't that. A lot of fighting talk. The gaffer, 3 points away from being in the Champions League, which he was right. Bukayo Saka said he never won at Spurs. Didn't see someone that I'm a big fan of Saka. I'm not turning on Saka. Saka's a big reason as to why we're even having this conversation. Where were you? Sorry about the timer as well, people. Odegaard talked about a young group of players, yada, yada, yada. Where was you? Rob Holding and Cedric, you have done your thing at points this season. Where was the repayment in the manager? I think, again, we said going into the game, could we have went with a back 3? We cannot afford to get hit on the counter, which we was. We cannot afford to be at 6s and 7s. Offered nothing. If anything, we created half chances. Tavares off the bench. Eddie had a couple when we're down to 10 men. Make it again, naivety. And it's not even naivety, it's stupidity. It's not. Whether you're young or not, you've played football, you're old enough not to do these things. Stupidity, We're high off the positive juice. I personally think, on top of the obvious, maybe the occasion got to some players. I said at the start, play the game. Focus on, if anything, just beating Spurs. Don't think about top 4 and all this sort of stuff. Look like the occasion got to us, in my humble opinion. We got no choice but to go again. It's as simple as that. Am I confident, especially after that, going to Newcastle? Of course not. But we got sourced against Palace and then this conversation started. My hope is that this is just to make the Amazon documentary even more exciting. It would have been a bit boring if 2 games before the end of the season we won. We go again. I think certain players showed their limitations. I think the squad showed its limitations. I think, for as good, decent as El Nene's been, and for as good as Xhaka is, or has been, these men are not good enough in the middle of the park. The team doesn't have that. We have, at times, obviously, won when we've needed to. And we've beat Spurs, they've beat us. But that grit, that nastiness is not there. The squad players aren't quite good enough. Young players are volatile. Big fan of Gabriel, toilet today. Big fan of Odegaard, toilet today. Saka FC, toilet today. Eddie and Nketiah worked hard. Don't want to praise man for working hard. Tomiyasu did a couple get backs, but he was kind of shaky today. Everyone was. We win, lose, and draw together. I don't want to hear this, but him, but this, but that. You can isolate it, but we're all together. Not a single player or that manager or maybe his coaching staff can say they gave everything. I asked for no regrets. You lot shouldn't sleep today. You lot should, bro, there should be a training session. I'm sure all them youths that was on the bench for Spurs, get some players from your academy. I think my first team needs to play again. It's friendly thing. Use the pitch. Half the fans are going. Use the pitch again. The good thing about this is we ain't got far to travel. You man need to turn on the lights at London Coley and do training session. Shuttle runs. No one should be drinking Lucasade. No one should be having them fancy little supplements. It's pure water. No one broke a sweat today. Kane's got 2 goals against us. Kit not dirty. That's the best kit to throw to the fans and that. Son, bad boy footballer. But we never got to see them at their best. Conte, elite gaffer, showing what he could do. You were 90 minutes away from confirming a landscape change in this club. Gabbers, Telemans, them and they're turning off their phones. Do you think they're here? Edu's probably calling them mid-phone. Edu, if you didn't get I's dotted and T's crosses, them and there is gone now. We've got no choice but to regroup. You've literally got no choice. You don't regroup. You think the world cares that you ain't been in Champions League for 6 or so years? You think the world cares you lost 3-0? You hold your L's like you've been doing. And this is why, you need to win when when you've had half a chance. That was coming. Let's be real with ourselves. On one hand, we've grinded out results, but let's be real. That was coming. That could have happened at Chelsea, even though we were good there. That could have happened at United against United, sorry, in the second half, although we beat them. That could have happened against West Ham. That could have happened in our last 3-4 games. We showed why we can't keep a clean sheet. We've shown why our high standards from set pieces are declining. Ultimately, you didn't leave it all in the ring. And there's regret. None of you are going to have a good night's sleep. And if you are, you're a scumbag. Crazy. You got no choice but to go again. Reality is, forgive me if my maths is poor, but the reality is if you win both your games, you've just about stumbled into the top 4. You're hoping Burnley can do a job, but you don't need to regroup. Tomorrow, go again. Saturday, go again. Sunday, you're knowing. The good thing is Spurs are playing at 12 p.m. You know, I hope it's a big test on them physically, but realistically, they're probably going to beat Burnley. You need to get on the phone to Eddie Howe now and say, yo, Leno, Pepe, we'll give you a little discount if you allow us. All right, well, has there been a rants raid? Here we go. Shout out rants. Here we go. I saw the numbers change. Here we go.